know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up, don't you know? Bitcoin back at $63,000. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethereum back at $3,370. BNB is up, but it doesn't look like it's changed. XRP also looking juicy at 53 cents. The market is back in the green. It's back in the green, all right. Some of the meme coins, some of the coins are up even crazier numbers right now. And I mean, you can't make this stuff up. What's happening to crypto right now is like a super cycle starting out. I know Bitcoin is like very close to its all-time high, and to say we're starting out with some crazy pumps is kind of stupid because we're very close to the top already. But the thing is, we're still very far away from where we're going to top out. And here comes the kicker. BlackRock's got our backs. And Trump, some of you guys in the comments section don't like him. I think he's good for crypto. You might dislike what I've got to say. It's all good. People have different opinions, but they both got our backs when it comes to crypto, at least in the public eye. Yes, they're biased. I wouldn't say they're your friends, nor can I say they're good people. But in a second, I'll show you 3 minutes. Very good video about why crypto is so freaking bullish right now. But guys, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press that freaking like button right now. You've got nothing to lose. It only helps with the channel. And I'm going to do a little $100 giveaway just for fun. All you got to do is head over to my Instagram. Make sure you follow and comment on the latest post. But let's dive right into this video. It's interesting.
Now, I know you have been a leader in willing to embrace crypto. You have made it so that people can be in Bitcoin.
Sorry, just for 1 second. How can anybody stand that voice? I can't say I've been blessed by the voice of an angel, but what?
So that people can be in Bitcoin. We hear that you are thinking about Ethereum. These are incredible things. Now, BlackRock is not known as a gunslinger by any means. So you obviously must believe that this maybe is an alternative. Is this an alternative in order to be able, because of a deficit, maybe something long-term people should have?
Absolutely. As you know, I was a skeptic.
Yes.
I was a proud skeptic.
So back in 2017, he was a very big skeptic of it all, indeed, if you do not remember. I think I'm not sure what he put in the article. I couldn't sleep without knowing what he said. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink calls Bitcoin an index of money laundering. So that was like 7 years ago, which, by the way, time freaking flies, man. I'm not sure if you guys find that the same way, but to me, at least, it does, especially when it comes to crypto. It feels like, on the one hand, it feels like 7 years ago in crypto is like 2 decades ago. On the opposite side, it's only 7 years and everything about crypto is different. Little fun note, back in 2017 when I was already making these videos every single day, the whole space was so different. If you wanted some news, you had to really look for it. Now it's being pushed in your face left and right. And back then you could count the amount of tokens and cryptos that were out there. Now you can't. Now it seems like there's 10,000 new ones every single day. And I kind of think there actually is.
I studied it, learned about it, and I came away saying, okay, my opinion 5 years ago was wrong. Here's my opinion today. This is what I believe in today. I believe the opportunity today. I believe Bitcoin is legitimate. I'm not trying to say there's not misuses like everything else, but it is a legitimate financial instrument that allows you to have maybe uncorrelated, non-correlated type of returns. I believe it is an instrument that you invest in when you're more frightened, though. It is an instrument when you believe that countries are debasing their currency, debasing their currency by excess deficits, and some countries are. I
will say one more thing. There was a big conspiracy going around that after the whole Trump situation, right, that a massive crash to the entire market, not crypto, but the rest of the market, was going to happen very soon. I find it interesting how it connects with his story, though, that you generally speaking buy this when you're more frightened. And he's finding it so interesting right now. Does that mean he's also quite frightened?
I believe we have countries where you're frightened of your everyday existence, and if you have an opportunity to invest in something that is outside your country's control, then you can have more financial control. And so I'm a major believer that there is a role for Bitcoin in portfolios. I believe you're going to see that as one of the asset classes that we all look at. I look at it as digital gold, as I said before, and I do believe there's a real need for everyone to look at it as one alternative to, I would say, the optimism that I have in the world. If you want to hedge hope, Bitcoin is not an instrument for hope unless you're hopeful you're going to make a lot of money on it. But I look at it as a vehicle in which you're expressing your financial acumen in something that you're more frightened of the world, you're more frightened of your existence. And I believe there's a great industrial use for it. And I think a lot of people are missing that.
I couldn't agree more. I changed my mind about it when you did. You admitted my thinking. It was like, you don't believe in it, so I can't believe it. I want to thank Larry Fink for the message of optimism.
Thanks.
And also for a great quarter. Larry Fink is the co-founder, chairman, and CEO of BlackRock, I think the most important investment company in the world.
Now, when he all of a sudden starts getting nice about it again, I get a little bit more frightened because that man has a track record of being wrong. But realistically, if you told me this a few years back, okay, let me just say it like this. Realistically, this is one of the most bullish signs for crypto you'll get because, first of all, he's one of the most powerful men in the world. But besides that, he's one of the most trusted financial advisors, I should say money managers, because he's the CEO of the largest one. So when he says, yeah, there's a good case for people to buy this, why go against that grain? And from that perspective, man, if you are not buying yourself these Bitcoin dips for the longer term with the idea in mind of, yeah, this makes a lot of sense and there'll only ever be 21 million. Remember that? A lot of people still don't know that the amount of Bitcoin that will ever come into existence is capped. That I don't know. I will also say, though, that Bitcoin is just the start. It's the safest. Some people disagree, but that's my firm stance on it. It's the safest for the longer term because you're almost certain it'll stay around, but we're not sure how long, right? We're not sure about a decade into the future, 2 decades, because the world moves fast. But for right now, it seems like a really good one. And I personally think still, though, that altcoins will make you more money. The only thing is, it's less safe. So with more risk also comes more reward. And I've seen in the comment section many people ask right now, like, which altcoins though? And the thing is, for the next season, the actual sectors that are going to go crazy are not fully known. Right now, I'm very much into meme coins, as you guys might know. I'm very much still into AI and RWA, but both AI and RWA have not really popped off the last few weeks, but that's also because I believe in the cycle. Bitcoin first. Ethereum's the one to focus right now, in my opinion, because of the ETFs probably coming this week. And then afterwards, it's smaller and smaller altcoins, but no sector has been determined to be it. There are some altcoins here and there that are really good to buy in dips, at least we've noticed. So Maker, Pendle has been really good recently. So Maker, Pendle, which are Ethereum ecosystem coins. You had Mantra, so OM is the ticker, was really good as an RWA. Phantom was really good to buy the dip of. We set that, I think, below 42 cents. I said is always a buy. I think right now it's back at 49. But if you're wondering about your big coins, your XRP, your BNB, or Solana, I think the time for those will come as well. But most likely right after Ethereum starts going crazy here. Because again, the biggest expectation, or I'd say the most solid expectation throughout the market right now is that Ethereum is going on a run here, as the ETFs will probably come in this week. And if it replicates somewhat close to what Bitcoin did, some very good times are ahead. I want you guys to realize that carefully, though, that right now might be a good time to stack up on these cheap coins. Because yes, there's always a possibility of a further crash. But if you always think about only the negatives, then there's probably also a way to spin this story into a negative. So I think about it in a neutral fashion, which are, what are the positive sides? What are the negative sides? And my conclusion is always, if I just buy the dip, historically speaking, it's always worked out nicely. So it's just about how much to scale in at which price tag. But if I just keep buying the dip and I never get afraid, things will be awesome. Yeah, that's about it. Make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed it. See you.